Hi guys, welcome to today's video. First of all, I don't know if you can tell or not because it's not as bad now, but I was sick and I lost my voice for like 4 days and I'm not, she's not totally back yet. She's doing pretty well though. So that's what's going on here. These are just some of the books that I have read so far this year. I wanted to do a little mid-year recap thing, so I don't have all of them because some of them were library books and stuff like that, but let's get into it. So the first book that I read of the year I don't have with me right now, but I'll put a picture of it here. It is the second book in a fantasy series called The Land of Stories. It's a kids fantasy fiction series. I read it whenever I was pretty young and then I reread it all the time. That's the first book I read of the year. Also, I didn't rate the books from that series because they're just I'm always gonna love them in my heart and I've read them so many times. The next book I read is Tweet Cute by Emma Lord. I actually got this for my birthday from my sister from Half Price Books. Guys, I really like this book. This is like one of the first romance books that I've read that I've gone into the book, they introduce the girl and the guy and you know they're gonna get together, that I've actually really shipped them and really wanted them to get together. Like most of the time I either don't like the guy or I'm fine with it, but it's not giving, you know? But this one, I just shipped them so hard and it was so beautiful and it was so cute. I don't remember anything that I didn't like about this book. I just remember it being really good and really cute. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. Also I read it in February and I just remembered to rate all of these the other day. So that's probably why I gave it 4.5 stars, not 5, because I couldn't remember everything that happened. But you should read it, it's really good. Next I read Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. I gave this one 4 stars. Going into it, I thought it was just a cute little romance, but it was not all romance. It was kind of a little bit of a mystery. I wouldn't call it a mystery, but it had a little bit of a mystery. She's uncovering her mom's past or whatever because her mom passed away. She's discovering all this stuff about her mom, so there is that sad stuff in there, but so I was expecting it to just be romance, but it had more stuff in it, which I liked. I just wasn't expecting it. That's why I gave it less stars, because I was just expecting a cutesy little romance, but I did like it. It's not my most favorite one that I've ever read, but Love and Gelato, everyone. Okay, the next book I read is Find Your People by Jenny Allen. This is a non-fiction book, but it's about building deep community in a lonely world, and I really like this. She gives such tangible tips and practical ways that you can reach out to people and grow your little friendship circle. So I really like this. I would highly recommend it. I didn't rate it because it was I don't know. I just didn't rate it because it was a non-fiction book, so anyway. The next book I read is The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. Look how cute this little cover is. You've probably heard of her. She wrote Better Than the Movies, just right here. I have read Better Than the Movies and I really liked this book too. The vibes were really good. That makes so much sense. Now you know what the whole book is about because the vibes were really good. This book is about this girl who is gonna have a great Valentine's Day and then she has a non-great Valentine's Day and she keeps reliving that Valentine's Day over and over and over, and she tries to figure out how to get out of this Valentine's Day loop. And then there's romance, obviously, it's all cute. I did not like the way that some of the romance happened, and I didn't really like the guy that she ended up with, so that was kind of annoying, but the overall vibes were really good and I really liked it. I gave it 4.5 stars, so it was good enough. So next I read Georgia on Her Mind by Rachel Hawk. She is a Christian author, and my friend actually gave me this book for my birthday, and most Christian fiction books, I just can't. They're just so cheesy and they're so boring, and I just can't read them. This one was probably the best one that I've read. It still wasn't like my favorite book ever. I give it a 3.5. I might give it like a 4. It was like a little bit boring, but also at the same time I didn't really want to put it down. So it kind of gives like Hallmark movie, and it's just like good vibes, but it's not like super gripping. Okay, so here's this book. This is the 3rd book in the series, so I read that. It was great. The next book that I read is The Cheat Sheet, which you guys saw me read in the video where I woke up at like 6 to read for a week. I gave it a 3.5 or 4. Everybody said that this book was really good. They really liked it. I was so excited to read this book because they said it was no spice. Like, loved it so much. It did not really do it for me. I did like that they were friends first. I liked the friends to lovers, but it felt like their whole, not their whole relationship, but pretty much anytime one of them, they would be like interacting, it would just be all this inner dialogue of like how physically attractive the other one is. And I'm like, there's gotta be more to it than that. I did not like that. That was not fun to read. Also, people say this is no spice. There was definitely like a scene at the end. I don't know if I just like read a different book, but like, yeah. So there's that one. It was like fine. I just wouldn't read it again. Like, I didn't hate it. And then the next book that I read is A Curse So Dark and Lonely. This is the first book in a series. It's a young adult fantasy. I'm really bad at explaining books, so I'm not going to try to explain it, but it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I really, really loved it. Here's what I will tell you about this book. It took me a long time to get into it, like 200 pages, because I really wanted the romance, but obviously wasn't going to happen till the end, so it was really paining me, you could say, to get through all the serious stuff. But it was really good because it all had to build up the entire time till the very end, and I probably would have given it like 2.5 stars if the ending did not exist. Like, the whole, I don't even know how many pages it is, but I read the ending like all in one sitting because everything builds up and you want to know all the answers to everything, and then you do in the end and everything is, wow, there's a lot. Also, the ending was kind of confusing, kind of cliffhanger, but it was really good. So I'm really excited to read the next one. And the last book that I read is It's Not Summer Without You, which is the second book in the Summer I Turned Pretty book series. I gave this one 3.5 stars because I really like the vibes of this book, the summery vibes, the beachy vibes, the drama. It's great, but a lot of the stuff that happens just makes me really mad because I feel like people are really stupid and they just say really dumb things that they always regret, and they do really dumb stuff, but it's fine because the vibes are great. Also, I don't know if it's just because it's the second book, because sometimes, you know, like in a series, the second one is never going to be as good as the first one. Also, I read it in 4 days, so I felt like since I read it kind of fast, I kind of forgot things that happened in it, but also the whole book is over a period of like a couple days, like a weekend or something like that, so I feel like that makes the book feel shorter. The ending also felt like so abrupt. There was no closure, which I was so mad about, but then I was like, that's probably why there's a third book. So were the summer vibes great in that book? Yes. that it still kind of annoy me with some of the things that they did. Yes, but is that just literally how like the entire story is? Yeah. So you pick and you choose. Those are the 10 books that I read so far this year. I want to read, I think, 20 books this year, and I already have 10, and we're like halfway through the year, so that's good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and I hope you're having a great summer, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!